Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging into something really fascinating, the subconscious mind. And our guide is a real classic, Dr. Joseph Murphy's The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. It came out way back in 1963. Our mission here is to really unpack how our inner thoughts, well, how they basically blueprint our reality. We want to pull out those key insights for, your personal growth. The book has this central message, and it's incredibly powerful. It's whatever you consistently believe and imagine, your subconscious mind accepts as truth and manifests into your life. Murphy argues this isn't just like wishful thinking. He says the subconscious literally takes our main thoughts as instructions. So if you picture your mind like a garden, a very suggestible one, what seeds are you always planting? And how does Murphy say we can, well, become better gardeners of our thoughts?
Yeah, and what's really interesting about Murphy's approach is how he blends older spiritual ideas with what he presents as these sort of universal psychological principles.
Yeah.
It definitely puts the book in that self-help personal development space, but with a unique angle. The core idea, like you said, is that this subconscious part of your mind, it's working nonstop, 24/7, and it's constantly influencing your behaviors, your deep beliefs, pretty much all your experiences. It's this hugely powerful force, and the book's big promise is, look, you can learn to consciously direct it instead of just being pushed around by it.
That idea of it being a nonstop engine, that's quite something. But if it's always on, always influencing us, what's the actual method? How does Murphy suggest we can direct it? How do we actually, take the wheel?
Right. It's exactly where he brings in this concept he calls mind programming.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more subtle than just thinking positive thoughts. He really emphasizes how you do it. It's about the emotional conviction, the repetition, and crucially, what he terms the feeling of the wish fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes beyond just saying things in your head. It needs to sink into the subconscious, become accepted. He explains that the subconscious, well, it doesn't reason like we do. It doesn't debate. It just acts on the information it gets. Think of it like fertile soil. It'll grow whatever seed you plant, good or bad. Doesn't judge. He even lays out techniques he calls scientific prayer. Now, that's not religious in the usual sense, but more a systematic way to impress your ideas onto the subconscious.
Okay, yeah, and this is where it feels really practical. Murphy suggests that if you repeatedly visualize your goals and you affirm positive beliefs with that emotional intensity, you can actually influence your subconscious to help bring those things about. He even talks about physical healing, how changing deep beliefs about your health can impact your body. It's all about cultivating this deep inner conviction, a kind of faith maybe that pushes out fear and doubt.
Exactly. And the book really hammers home how that kind of belief, that trust in your subconscious, can genuinely help overcome fears, anxieties, all sorts of obstacles. What's quite remarkable is how broadly applicable these principles seem to be. I mean, whether you're dealing with relationship issues or trying to improve finances, seeking better health, or maybe pushing forward in your career, the underlying ideas he presents, they can be applied across the board. And he uses a lot of real-life examples, which really helps make these abstract concepts feel, tangible. They definitely make you reflect.
Right. And if we step back and look at the big picture, the book's wisdom, despite its age, feels incredibly relevant now. Mastering your inner world, it really does seem key to changing your outer world, as we've been discussing. The book gives you these, well, powerful tools, things like that structured mind programming, the visualization techniques, consistent positive affirmations. They're all aimed at helping you build success, health, and just general happiness.
And this touches on something important about Murphy's work. Its strength is definitely the practical advice, the way it inspires reflection, that's clear. But it's worth noting, it does lean heavily on spiritual principles, presenting them almost like universal laws. So for someone looking for purely scientific explanations, that might require a bit of interpretation, maybe seeing it through a different lens. Though Murphy often frames these spiritual ideas as accessible through just mental discipline, sort of regardless of your specific beliefs.
That's a really fair point and something listeners might think about. But even with that aspect, the core message feels profound. It's captured perfectly in that famous quote from the book. Change your thoughts, and you change your destiny. So, considering how much our subconscious is constantly influencing us, shaping things behind the scenes, and given its power to manifest what we consistently believe, here's something to think about. What one thought, or maybe one core belief, would you want your subconscious to truly grab hold of, starting right now, to begin shaping the destiny you desire? Just something to consider.